Give it up for the lovely Karlyn Briggs.
How's everyone doing? Good. Give it up for Mike. Mad Dog Mike. Give it up for Mike. I'm sorry, I'm moving around. Do slow motion thing. Well, like I said, my name is Karlyn Briggs. I'm happy to be here. And I'm going through a little something, and you guys look like a sensitive audience. I feel like I can share with you. I have two awesome kids by two complete deadbeat dads. So I want to put out a turd alert, but I don't want to say anything too bad about them. So turd one, Roy Galloway. His social security number is 139-817191. Write it down, pass it out. Open some credit card in his name, fuck his shit up. Turd number two, Darryl Scott, lives at 23 Arlington Avenue, Jersey City. Works under the table, doesn't pay his taxes. So if you know anyone that works for the IRS, pass that along. He's home between 5 p.m. 3 a.m. I have an extra key. I'll leave the door open for you, so go in, take what you need. I just hear he bought some new shit, so clean them out. And turd number two recently brought a brand new 2012 Toyota Avalon, dark blue. License plate number MCH87L. So this is what you can do for me. You can bust the windows out his car, slash his tires and he won't get far, put some sugar into his gas tank, so bust the windows out his car. So I would appreciate that. I just want a picture, that's all. Thank you. I just want a picture. So when I first started dating turd number one, 2 years into the relationship, I found out he was in love with someone else. I was madly in love with him, and so was he. Turd number two, good-looking guy, smoking hot, nice body, everything. But every time he would go out, every time he would see a girl, he would say, "Oh, I do her, I do her, I do her." I used to get upset, and sometimes I would even stay home. Then I thought about it. I said, you know what? He just showed me how to play the game. So the next time we went out, every time I saw a guy, I would say, I did him, and he was so nice I did him twice. Yeah, he was nice. Oh, I'm sorry, I was reminiscing. I'm sorry. He was really nice. You want the phone number after? Let me know. No. So I have to say, when it comes to my kids, I'm a little overprotective. Anytime they needed to use the bathroom, I would take them into the ladies' room with me. This one particular time, I took my son Marcellus to the movie theater. Before we go in, he has to use the bathroom. I figured, well, you know what? He's not 5 years old anymore. I let him go into the men's room. So 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by. I'm thinking, what the heck is going on? I can't wait anymore. I kick the door and I'm like, Marcellus, are you okay? He's like, yeah, there's a man in there. Hey, lady, what the hell are you doing? This is the men's room. Like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. But for one, can you just pull your pants up? Because if your dick was any smaller, you'd be a woman. And for two, I'm in here checking on my son. He may be 24 years old, but I need to know that he's okay. Okay, that's my snippers. There was a recent study done on women and their asses. 10% feel their asses are too skinny, 30% feel their asses are too fat, and 60% say, I don't care, I love him anyway, he's a good guy, I'm not trading him for anything in the world. I love that joke. So over the summer last year, me, my mom, and my sister, we take our nieces and nephews and my youngest son to Wildwood. Love it. So as we're getting packed, my nephew, Isaiah, oh my God, he's like 5 years old, but he's like maybe 27 pounds soaking wet. We're packing and all he's screaming is, I want to ride in the front, I got shotgun, I want to ride in the front. I'm like, no honey, you're too small, you have to ride in the back so you'll be protected. No, I want to ride up front, no. I'm like, no, you need to ride in the back. So we're driving down to Wildwood, we make 2 stops. The whole time he comes out, I want to ride in the front. I'm like, no, you cannot. We get down to Wildwood, the first day we relax, the second day I take him sightseeing. I took him to the zoo, the lighthouse, and then to the beach. As we're coming back from the beach and I'm putting them in the car, I noticed he wrote his name in the back of my car in permanent black marker on beige interior. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, look at him, and he just gets scared. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to hit him. I mean, you don't do that to kids, okay? When they do things bad, you don't hit them, you reward them. So I let him ride up front on the bumper. I love him. So, while I was working at the bank, they had me training people, which I thought was okay, it was cool. I was training this one girl, she was only there like maybe about 2 months. So we would laugh and joke, and we were getting to know each other. I liked her, she was, she was a nice person. So I noticed that every time we laugh and joke, she would punch me in the arm. I was confused with that, and after the second time she did it, I said, I don't understand. I thought we were getting along good. We're becoming friends. But every time we laugh and joke, you punch me in the arm. She's like, oh, that's okay, that's a West Indian thing. I said, oh, okay, that's interesting. So the next time she did it, I punched the hell out of her just to let her know, welcome to America. Welcome aboard. So I had a cousin of mine, oh my God, we're like sisters, really close, really close. Well, we got into a fight that was really silly, like, she said a blouse that she borrowed, she said it was hers, and it was something really silly, So we didn't speak for like 3 months. Now we usually hang out every weekend together. And I really missed her, So I called her up, and I'm like, oh, hey, Sheila, it's Karlyn, how you doing? She's like, oh, fine. And I said, you know what, I really miss talking to you. I really miss hanging out with you. I feel that we should, come together and be friends again. And I said, you know what, matter of fact, I'll buy you a gift. What do you want? She said, well, after thinking about it a minute or two, she said, I want something that goes from 0 to 300 in 2 seconds. So I bought her a scale. I'm sensitive that way. Oh man, let me see, where am I going from here? Oh man, let me see, where am I at? Oh, I was at the gas station on the way up here, which is pretty interesting. Great, okay. There was the only guy. It was really, really busy. So I had no problem waiting. I was patient, Comes to my door, what do you want? I'm like, $20 regular. And he's like, okay. So I'm waiting. He walks away, he comes back. Now it's only up to $12. And I said, well, he's like, well, can I have the money right now? I said, wow, it's only up to $12. I don't understand the problem. This is not like sex. You don't get the money up front, okay? That's not how it works. So I had this guy that I met on Facebook. Yeah, isn't that like the latest way to meet people? Yeah. So anyway, after a few days of talking to him, he didn't have a Facebook page, profile picture, which was interesting. But he kept saying he wanted to send me a picture. And I was like, I was kind of okay with it. I was like, yeah, okay. He sent me a picture. A headshot. But I was expecting the picture to have more than one eye. I mean, not only that, he sent it twice to impress me. He says the girls call him Snickers because he satisfies. But I did the smart thing. After a few weeks of talking to him, I went out on a date with him. Okay. But he was telling me that he used to write poetry. And, he'd been through some things and, he stopped writing poetry. But I inspired him to write again, which I thought was awesome. I was like, okay, So we met at dinner. He said he was going to read me the poem that I inspired. So we met at Cheesecake Factory. And while we're sitting across from each other, over candlelight, and there's just one tear dripping from his eye. He proceeds to read me this poem. He said, Karlyn, when I think of your beauty, I think of a teddy bear sliding down a rainbow into a pot of honey. But when the bear comes out of the honey, it loses its stickiness because you are so damn sexy. And I said, wow, I was speechless. I said, wow, that was something. I was like, wow, yeah, okay, yeah, that was special. So he actually convinced me that, he's the one. He is the one. That convinced me to start dating women. Yeah, that's it. That's what's out there. So I recently lost 65 pounds. Woo, 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 yay! I don't understand. You men don't understand. Us women do all kinds of crazy things to lose weight. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy diets. There's a lemon juice diet. There's a hot sauce diet. There's even a cabbage diet. I'm like, can you imagine? All this to lose into things that we haven't worn in 10 years. Old jeans, prom dresses, wedding dresses, all this to fit into those things. But I have to say, I'm proud of my accomplishments because I can still fit into the earrings that I wore in 8th grade. But I was reading in Cosmopolitan, and they always have the informative things for women, and they were giving you tips on how to stay cool. They were saying shave your armpits, which is great. Shave your pussy. And I was like, okay, cool. And I did it. Interesting. I have stretch marks on my pussy. Shit. I was like, what the hell? What is that? But like they say, if you have something that you don't like, you change it, right? Okay. So I started coloring the stretch marks in with chocolate. Which works for me and my guy. So I just asked him, what does he want, chocolate or dark chocolate? And I love it because he wakes up like a kid on Easter morning. Yeah, so mama has to stay stocked up on chocolate. I love it. Love it. Excuse me 1 minute. I gotta take a drink. Where am I at here?
Over there.
Right here. There it is.
No, here. It's
Oh,
behind.
yours goes-
It's like
Oh, wow, I hit it. I hit it. Yeah. If it was a man, it would have bit me. I would have liked that, though.
there you go.
Oh, no, I have my own.
Oh.
But thank you. Thank you. That's very nice. That's homemade. I'll let you know that, and I taste great. That tastes great. Well, I was recently at the doctor's office, and he said I need to up my intake of potassium.
Okay.
You gonna catch that for me? I love a man with good hands. Hold on to him, like hold on to him. Let me put this down. But also, the doctor informed me that I need to up my intake of vitamin C. You gonna catch that for me?
No, this one's mine.
Oh, that's yours. Oh, wait, hold it. Does he have a woman? Uh-oh. But this afternoon, I was cleaning up, which really, I was astounded because I misplaced something.
Oh no.
Yeah, the toaster. Imagine. Did you hear a ding?
Ding!
Well, I heard a ding. Wait. Cinnamon raisin bagel. But you can't have a cinnamon raisin bagel without butter. That melts better. But also, this afternoon I misplaced something which really upset me because I couldn't turn the TV. Imagine that one. But one thing I love, okay? Men always tell me that I have a good penis. I love that. It's a great compliment. That is the best compliment. So here it goes. So ladies, if you don't want to look, I do understand. Okay? Here it goes. I love that. I love it. Oh, wow. Well, like I said, one thing the doctor said, always keep it healthy. Except one in the blue. Oh, I keep up that. He wasn't even paying attention. I love it. I love that. That was awesome. Oh, okay. But I was home last week, and my mom, she always supplies us with snacks, which is an awesome thing. Great thing. Always something to come home to. So she has things like stored up in this like a little pantry or whatever. So she brought out this commemorative can of M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, which is great. But you know, it was decorated and everything. That's cool. But it said 2001 on it. Yeah, and I think we're in 2012. Yeah, she put it on the table. I was like, I'm not touching that shit. So my sister comes home from work, and I'm sitting at the table just watching the can, you know. She comes home, and she had a bad day, so she's talking to me a mile a minute or whatever, and she reaches for the can, and my eyes get this big, and I'm like, oh my God. She opens it up, takes a handful, puts it in her mouth, starts chewing it, and then she's like, oh my God, these are nasty. Oh my God, the nuts are rotten. I'm like, wow, Lisa, well, can I ask you a question? And she's like, yeah, what? I'm like, aren't you gay? She's like, yeah. I said, how do you know nuts taste rotten? I have music over here. I'm like that. I'm like that. So I'm going to leave you with this one thing. Okay. They say to move on, you have to bury the past. But I'm just wondering how big the hole has to be because my two turds keep climbing out. That's my time. My name is Karlyn Briggs. Thank you.
Keep it going for Karlyn Briggs, people! Climb out of that shirt, you know?